Have you ever heard of the sneaky trip travel trend? I love this. This is a concept also known as a hush vacation or an impulse getaway. It really is gaining momentum thanks to an increase in travel following the pandemic. It's also, I'm going to say, a push for privacy, ditching social media, staying truly in the moment without posting for other people to see. Let's figure out how this works. We've got travel journalist Loren Christie with us this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, I love this concept. We were talking about it a little bit earlier. For those that are unfamiliar, what is a sneaky trip? What boxes do you have to check?
There's a few little boxes. Well, first of all, it should be a shorter trip, so usually 3 to 4 days. Don't share any details in advance. The big key one is don't post on social media, and I will put a little caveat to that. I think earlier you actually even showed TikTok viral influencer Daniel Bennett, and he was talking about how important the Euro sneaky trip is with certain age group, and one of the things that he said is you can post on social media, but not until you get home. It has to be when you get home, and his recommendation was to have an adult beverage in your hand and just do 1 or 2 photos.
Yeah, totally.
And no itinerary, because you just don't want to be overplanned.
And especially when it's 3 or 4 days. I mean,
Correct.
Day 1 is travel too, and then day 4 is travel as well.
Exactly.
So why do you think this is a growing trend? Because if you think about it, like pre-social media, every trip was a sneaky trip.
Yeah,
so
and now I just think the difference is that people are getting tired of the expectation of, I have to do this and I should be seen to be doing this and share it with my followers. Like, it's so much nicer for people to just go away and live in the moment, be with the people that you're with, and not worry about who is at home liking what you're doing. Like, it's a little bit, it's relieving when you're trying to go on a trip like that. It's freeing, isn't it? Freeing, that's the word.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I know that you just got back from Europe. I saw some of it on Instagram, but you did have a sneaky component.
I did.
That you did not post.
Correct.
But we are going to talk about it right now, right?
Right. So this is my post. So I ended up in a weekend in Paris. I got to tell you, it was hard for me because I'm one of those posters that posts while I'm there. But Paris was a great place to do it. You can walk places without having to plan a bunch of stuff. I mean, sure, you can go and plan the heck out of that trip, but you can also plan nothing and go, which is easy. And what I also love, just as a tip for Canadians, is that with the rerouting of flights from a lot to the US to Europe now, WestJet, for example, you can get to Paris direct from Calgary, from Halifax, from St. John's, Barcelona, where I know you went for a sneaky trip, Calgary, Halifax. So there's a lot more options for a quick Euro sneaky trip.
Oh, I love that. Okay, speaking of options, if somebody does want to take a sneaky trip, where do you recommend they go?
I think a good place if you don't want to do a Euro one is maybe Bermuda. I love Bermuda. There are direct flights on Air Canada and Bermuda Air from Montreal, Toronto, Halifax, and it's such a small, easy country to get around. How pretty it is, too. And it's pretty, and there's so many free, easy things to do. The beaches mostly are public access and gorgeous and free. There's a railway traverse you can do across the island, free, no reservations required. St. George's, the town, or St. George, the town, sorry, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Free, you can walk around, it's beautiful. So there's so many things that don't require pre-planning and things that you can just show up and do. And one thing, my favorite one is on Friday nights, they have what's called the Uber Vita boat cruise, leaving from Hamilton. It's a complimentary boat cruise, no reservations, you just line up and go, costs nothing. You go on this beautiful tour of Hamilton Harbor, and they just make their money from the bar drinks. So you just, the bar is a cash bar, and you just do it.
So smart.
And if you can't get on, you just wait for the next one, because there is no reservations. You just line up and go. So it's easy.
How fantastic. Okay, so that's easy for people who are on the eastern part of this country, living in the eastern part. But for those in the western section of this country, what do you recommend?
I would go Dawson City, and I know that's a little bit of a hike, but it is a pretty cool, sneaky thing to say that you went up and then come back and say that you were there. MasterCard Economic Institute just released a travel report that said it's one of the fastest growing destinations in Canada, and largely that's fueled from people from BC. So people on the West Coast are going up. It's part of Parks Canada National Historic Site. Beautiful. There's so many things to do. I would recommend that, remember about the adult beverage in your picture when you get home? The sour toe cocktail at the Sourdough Saloon. And I think you've probably heard about this, but it's that shot of Yukon Jack with the mummified toe. And as they say, you can drink it fast, you can drink it slow, but your lips must touch the toe.
Oh, that's so funny. Ah, fantastic. And look at this. I mean, here is some inspiration. All right, any final sneaky trip tips?
I do have one, and I'm going to go against the purists. You know, Daniel Bennett, who you showed earlier, the TikTok guy, was saying that you don't tell anybody that you're doing it. That makes me a little nervous. I always say, if you're going to go away on a trip, especially if you're overseas, you got to tell at least one person. Speaking from a guy who went overseas without telling his parents when I was a teenager, I did tell my brother that I was going to South America for a week, just in case something happened. So I would recommend doing that.
Tell your mom, because she will find you.
Or that.
Loren Christie, this is great. Thanks so much for being here today. Appreciate it.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.